First time I looked at Hourglass or at Cash Trap, I thought, wow, this looks like spaghetti. This doesn't make any sense. Like, what are all these lines? What is all of this? Like, this is confusing. Um, well, took about probably a couple of hours. I went through the course material, and then once I saw everything, I understood how it worked. It all started to make sense. So basically, the point I'm trying to make is, don't worry, guys. If this looks complicated, don't worry. It really isn't actually. Once you understand what these lines mean, it'll all start to make sense. And then after you've traded for a little bit using Hourglass, what's going to happen is all of these little lines, your brain is just going to start decoding them and you won't even realize what's happening. So don't even worry about that. What we've got here is Bollinger Bands. Bollinger Bands are sort of like dynamic lines of support and resistance. So you'll see the market price is represented by these candles here, the little candlesticks. If you change it over to a line chart, it actually, sometimes it's a little easier. It's this blue line here. It's just simply the price of Euro USD. So if you wanted to buy euros, this price here on the right-hand side is how many dollars it would cost to, how many United States dollars it would cost to buy 1 euro. So when what we're seeing here is, you'll notice that number is changing. If you watch closely enough, you'll see it's 1.21822. Now it's just changed to, look at that, it's going up, and now it's changed to 30. So now when we call out trades, what we're going to say is, we'll say something like, I'm looking for a trade. I want to take a put, which is a down arrow, or a red, click the red button in the broker, at a level of 946. Now you'll notice over here on the right, it says 94. See if I can get 946. Okay, well, 935, right? So when we call out trades, we're going to only call out the last 3 digits of the price. You see that there? See how that's changing as my crosshairs go up and down? Anyway, I'm going to change this back to candles because that's the way I see the markets. We're going to do that right now. There we are. Now, what you're looking for, guys, is that we're looking at, when you trade Hourglass or we trade Cash Trap, we're looking for confirmations. We collect confirmations. So we're looking at Euro USD right now. Now you'll notice here where my mouse is highlighting, you'll notice there's a number next to the euro, there's a number next to the United States dollar. This is actually the currency strength, represented in a number between 0 and 99. 99 being strong, 0 being weak. So the euro right now has a currency strength of 49. The United States dollar is very weak, as it has been for some time, at a strength of 19. So it means that the top currency is stronger than the bottom. So this means that when the AI here gives us an arrow, this little arrow, by the way, is a suggestion from the artificial intelligence algorithm that runs. And so it's just suggesting, it's saying price is probably going to go down. And most of the time it's correct. But when the currency strength meter is saying that the top currency is stronger, we're only going to take up arrows. So on the Euro USD, we collect points, or I should say on Hourglass, on Cash Trap, we collect points. And when we get 5 points, we know, let's go. We're ready for a trade. This is a good opportunity. If we don't get 5 points, we don't trade. So Euro USD, the top currency is stronger, bottom currency is weaker. We're taking up arrows only. So if I get an up arrow here in 2 minutes and 45 seconds, then we may have a trade opportunity. So let's just assume for a minute, for the sake of argument, that this is actually an up arrow. Okay. So I see that top currency stronger, bottom currency is weaker. I see the up arrow. That's 2 points. 1 point for the currency strength, 1 point for the arrow that agrees with the currency strength. The next point I'm looking for is, I want to see the candles starting to push into one of these lines of support and resistance. And that's really what all these lines are. These lines here that look like a toddler drew them, those are Bollinger Bands. These are top Bollinger Bands. The top ones are red, meaning you'd want to take red puts, right? So you'd want to hit that red put button in your broker. Bottom ones are green, meaning you'd want to take green calls. You'd want to hit that green button in your broker. The middle line here, this is actually an EMA. It's called an exponential moving average. It's a very powerful dynamic line of support and resistance. And again, as you learn the strategy, this will all start to make sense to you. These lines here are the middle of the Bollinger Bands. Not as strong of a line of support and resistance, but they do carry some authority. So the makers of the algorithm decided to leave them in there for you. So what we're waiting for is we're looking for price, represented by the candle, to either come up into these red Bollinger Bands, or in this case, we're only looking to take up arrows. So we want to see price come down into these green Bollinger Bands before we would look at taking a trade. So that's what that is. The next thing, so that would be a third point we'd collect if one of the candles is pushing its way into one of these lines, which in this case, we'd want it to come down to the green lines. So that would be a third point. So let's assume that that is the case. So now we have 3 points. The next thing we move down to is we move down to look, see if we have a B or an S. There's an S over here, but it would need to be directly below the arrow. So let's just pretend that we had a green B. That's 4 points. Now, we want to see this line down into the green area below this green line. This means that Euro USD is oversold. Very likely, meaning that the sellers have been selling for way too long, and it's likely to reverse soon. And reversals, guys, are where we make our money. Dollar signs. You see dollar signs in my eyes when there's a reversal coming up. We like that a lot. So in this case, of course, the lines are way up here. So that's no good, right? So we'd wait for the line to come down into this oversold area, and notice how it's a green line. Again, everything's lining up with the green call button, which in your trader, right here, which in your broker is right here. See that? So that, and so if we get, so now we have 4 points, right? Look at that. Actually, we just got a B. Look at that, guys. We just got a B. How about that? So 4 points. Problem is, oh, the B just went away. Okay. All right. It's just tantalizing us a little there. Problem is the stochastic and the RSI indicators are not down in the green zone here. See that? So we're not going to be taking any trades on Euro USD right now, but pretending they were, that would be a 5th point if we had this line down here. And then a 6th point. Ooh, that's a banger of a trade. That's a good trade if you get 6 points. So again, we don't have that here, but I just wanted to illustrate that for you so that you understood exactly how this works. So now we're going to start looking for trades. I hope that my friend Joe has finally made it onto the call here, because I'm kind of depending on you, Joe. No, no, Joe is here. All right, Joe. Would you mind coming in, you and your wife, Alicia, and scanning for some good trade opportunities, my friend? And Cheryl, if you see a good trade opportunity, feel free to jump on. Carrie, Jeff, Shauna, if you see a good trade opportunity here on Cash Trap, just please unmute and interrupt me. I like to be interrupted for a trade that's coming because it's really a lot of fun to do some trading. Okay, so now I'm going to start clicking through the trades. I'm going to see if I can find anything that is setting up. Bottom currency strength is strong. The price is down. We're going to say, nope, that is not ready. Euro USD. Nope, don't like that. No. It is starting to move that way, actually. We can get Euro USD down a little lower. We might get oversold here. Now, remember, guys, one thing about trading is that you don't just click the button just because you want to click the button. We are paid to wait. So sometimes it can feel a little bit like watching paint dry when you're trading. But this is how you make money. And thankfully, with Hourglass here, with the Cash Trap strategy built on top of the Hourglass AI scanner, it actually is, you really don't have to wait very long. You don't have to be that patient. So I've just marked up a level here on USD JP, or sorry, Euro USD that I like. And so what this level is, and as you get more advanced, you're going to see how to do this. So I know there's some people on the call that really want to learn this. So for those of you who are new, please bear with us. I'm going to talk a little bit until I get interrupted by somebody, please. One of my good friends here who's watching the markets for me. Please do interrupt me whenever you see a good setup. But until then, I'm going to talk a little bit about a little bit more advanced method that you can use to up your win rate. And that is marking up levels where the market has rejected before. So I'm going to draw your attention right now to, let's just draw a little arrow right here. Oh, that did not go well at all. Okay. Let's go this way. Okay. So you'll see this level here. You'll see now a red candle means that price has been dropping. So the start of the candle started right here. It went up a little bit, as you can tell by the wick, and then it came down, 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 and it came down to this level and rejected, but and then it came up here, and then of course the 5-minute timer expired, so we started a new candle. These are 5-minute candles, so it starts a new candle every 5 minutes. But you might notice something. This red candle came down, and then by the time it started a new candle, price was down here, and up it goes. So what that indicates is price came down and it bounced, just like a ball game, just like basketball, bounces off the floor and goes back up. So what that tells me is that at the price level of 759, that's 1.21759, whole bunch of sellers came in and they're selling off, and all of a sudden buyers came in and took over. We had two nice big lovely blue candles here coming up from that level. So what that tells me is that history is probably going to repeat itself. That's typically what happens, especially on financial charts. Now, I want to just point something out though. Look at this, a bunch of sellers, and they broke right through that level. They hung out down here for a while and they came back up. So this level here is actually not that, it's somewhat invalidated. It's likely though that if price does come down here, especially with this 50 EMA in here somewhere, we're probably going to reject and go back up again somewhere in this zone right here. I would say that's likely to happen.
Steve, check out UJ when you get a chance. I think USDJPY might be setting up.
Okay, thank you, Joe. So UJ, since the bottom currency, since the yen is stronger than the dollar, I would only want to be taking down arrows. But I don't know that I want to be taking a down arrow until we've pulled back a bit up to the 50 EMA. Now, those of you who want to try it, go for it. You know, we could wait for, you know, if you're trading with demo money, because there actually is a level where price did come up and it rejected here. So there's a very weak level here. You could certainly try it on your demo account, because who cares? It's just fake money. But tonight I'm going to be calling trades that I would actually take on my regular broker, unless I tell you that it's an experimental trade and we're just going to be having some fun with it. I'm going to try to stick to trades and try to be really, really disciplined here. I'm going to try to stick to trades that I would take on my real account.
Yeah, Steve, sorry about that. I made a mistake. My part of my screen was covered. I didn't see all of that.
Hey, no worries, my friend. No worries.
Somebody just dropped in the chat. Was that Adam? Or I guess Dylan. Let's check out Euro NZD. It might be setting up.
Boy, thanks for reminding me, Joe, about the chat. I forgot all about the chat. Sorry, guys.
It's like Adam's tried to tell us 3 times. So.
Oh, dude,
we'll
Adam,
check
I'm
out
so sorry,
Euro
brother.
NZD.
Feel free to unmute and interrupt me. For those of you guys who've been trading for a little while, please, please. So Euro NZD. Okay, my search box is not working again here in Cash Trap. Thank you very much. There it is. Okay, so currency strength is almost exactly the same for the two. This is actually kind of nice. I kind of like that, because it means that you could actually trade it both directions if you want to. So on Euro NZD, oh, yeah. Oh, boy. This is juicy. This is delicious. This is going to be some crunchy, delicious pips here, guys. By the way, a pip is a point in percentage. So I'm just using a little bit of trader speak. I really like this zone right here. Notice a couple of things. Price came down. It wicked down to this line. So if you want to be really fussy, you could wait and take it at 681. Might not get down there, but you could if you want to be really fussy. And then if you want to grab it, you could wait till 711. Grab it up here. So somewhere in this zone, I would love to take that for a call. There's a chance it might not get down this far, but you can actually see that it did wick down here. See that? The last candle did actually wick down to this level and pay us a little visit. It actually wicked straight. Look at that, eh? It wicked straight to 681. So this currency here is getting very spiky. So we're going to have to be really fast if we're going to catch this one. So I'm actually going to pull this up in my broker right now and be ready to snipe it just in case it does drop again. Okay. So guys, I'm actually doing something fairly advanced here. Do not worry about this right now. I'm going to set an alert. This is just something for advanced folks that so you know you can do this. I'm going to take my EMAs off the chart. I'm going to set an alert down here at this level so that if the price does actually drop to that level, my computer will go beep and alert me. Okay, there we go. And we'll just get out of that. And now we're going to go back to pocket option. We're going to pull up Euro NZD. Oh, it's only paying out 50%, but that's okay. We're not here to make money. We're just here to click some buttons, win some trades. So there is the level right there. I believe that we're looking for. You'll see here identified on this line chart. This would be the last candle right down here at 703 or 709, somewhere in that area of 703 to 709 or 711 maybe at the top. I would love to take this for a call if it drops again. Might be a while, might take some patience, but that's okay. In the meantime, we can look at some other pairs. So thank you, Adam, for Euro NZD. And Dylan, that's awesome, man. Thank you, guys. I'm going to try to do better at watching the chat here. I get so focused in on the candles in the chart here. I get to the point where I'm having a little too much fun. Okay. What else have we got, guys? What else have we got here? Okay, so UJ is pulling back. It looks like it might try to make a run up to the 50 here, this 50 EMA, this aqua line here. And if it does, it's going to hit us at 179. I want to take that for a put if it does. So I'm going to drop an alert in on UJ right now. It should be, there it is, 179. We'll be able to change that line to red because it's indicating a put. And there I've set an alert. So I'm going to get beeped and alerted by my good old trading view. This is a charting service that you can get online. It has no connection with the Academy. It's just, it's a charting service that's available for anybody. There is a free version available, although I'm using a pro version. UJ, thank you, Cheryl. Let's go have a look at UJ. Oh, right, we're on it right now. Yeah, absolutely. I probably missed, you probably pointed it out before I did. Yeah, that was 2 minutes ago. Thank you, Cheryl. All right, that's awesome. That's why if you guys see a good opportunity, just unmute and interrupt me, because then there's no way I can miss you. Okay, yeah. So we're gonna hope that UJ does have still some upward pressure. So I like that. Both RSI and stochastic are set up. So you could, if you wanted to, take this. They're starting to cross down. You could take this for a put, but I'm not touching it until it comes up here to the 50 EMA or to this line that I drew here, where you can see there's precedent here, right? There's history. The market came up and it rejected off that line, indicating that at the 179 level, there's a whole lot of people that want to start selling. So if buyers come and drive it up to 179 again, it's likely sellers are going to take over. And that will mean a winning trade for all of us. So patience is the key. Okay, so Cheryl, if you could do me a favor and just keep an eye, even if you got to pull it up on your phone, just keep an eye on UJ for me, USD JPY, and if you see it starting to get close to that 179 level, just please interrupt me and let me know. And if you miss it, that's okay, no problem. We're just having fun tonight. Oh, look at this. Look at this. We're almost there. Okay. Hold on. This is yeah, it's pushing straight through. Hold on. I got to look at a few things first. Okay, we're down here. I'm going to wait for this candle to expire because we actually may push a little lower. Yeah, this is actually not a strong level. That's right. I was demonstrating on this one, wasn't I? Yeah, that's why I don't actually like this one. I want it to come deeper. I want it to come down to here where there's a much stronger level. So if we can get it to come down, when I say we can get it, I just mean the market comes down. It's going to be in the Bollinger Bands here. Sorry, guys, I forgot to take my previous markups off the chart, so I confused myself for a moment there. So if we can get Euro USD down to 724, I'm definitely going to want to be taking this for a call, which is an up arrow. So Euro USD at 724. There it is right there.
Steve, USD CAD might be in a pretty decent spot.
Okay.
I know we normally don't trade the CAD because it's the devil, but normally we're saying not today, Satan, but
That's
maybe
right.
today, just for training purposes, we could consider it.
Let's look at UCAD. Yeah, guys. As a Canadian, I love my country, but my currency is really hard to trade if you're scalping it like this. If you're grabbing 3-minute trades on it, because it's really spiky. See all those wicks? Spiky. Okay, UCAD. Oh my goodness, Joe, you were not kidding, my friend. I'm gonna be slow and I'm gonna do a little TA on this. TA stands for technical analysis. I know the 50 EMA is there. You guys could totally take it right now, and it probably is going to drop. But I want a level. I want to see a major level where price rejected before I'm going to take it.
I'm just tired of getting.
I like this level here at 302 on UCAD. I really like that level a lot because you can see how the market had a very strong upward move, and then all of a sudden it smacked into a brick wall at 302 and it fell. And we see that red candle there. It tried again and it just fell. Because you can actually see this red candle came up. It actually did break through very, very, very briefly through 302 and then it pulled back down again. So there's something going on at that price level of 1.213 on USD CAD. If I move it up a tad bit, down a bit, we can get it to 300 just to look neat and tidy. Yeah, and you could see the train has left the station. Any of you guys who entered that trade would have won it. As long as your trade time isn't too long, because you might be rejecting off this little red EMA here. Yeah, I can see it actually starting to come back up again. Look at that. See that rejection? So this is going to be a real close one for anybody who entered that trade. Hopefully your position wasn't too long because this red candle is starting to melt away. Which is why I like to wait for the market to come to these major levels where you can see that when price interacted with that level, there was a big reaction. So you want like a big allergic reaction. You want to see the market go into anaphylaxis and drop. Sorry, that's actually not a joke for some people. I'm sorry. That's not a very good joke at all. But yeah, that right at that 1.213, I really like that level on UCAD.
Hey, Steve, you might want to get back. Hey, buddy, EU, you're going to hit your support line that you're talking about.
Thank you very much, Chris. So euro is stronger than the dollar. Okay, here we go. Okay, guys, let's set up for EU. We're going to take a call. on Euro USD. Good things come to those who wait. Where's my Euro USD? There it is. And it's a 70% payout, and we are down. Very, very nice. Okay.
And Steve, on your pocket options, you can press the star there. Oh, here we go.
Okay, here we go. Oh, did I miss it? I want it just to come down to 730 on pocket options. 730, guys. We're taking this for a green call. Oh, and it might be leaving. Hope you guys got in. I think it's going to come down here now that it's up at this level of 735. I think it's going to come down again, and then I'll be able to take it for a call. Don't leave me. Don't leave me. Oh, it's starting to go. Hope you guys got in. Okay, there we go. Okay. That's the level I wanted. And it's dropping a little bit. That's okay. We're going to hang out. We're going to let it hang out. I'm going to take another position. Okay. All right. Let's go back to Hourglass. So what it's doing is it's coming down here. It's going to play a little bit down in the Bollingers, but this is a major level of rejection. This wick here is kind of giving it permission to do this. There we are. There's our rejection now starting to happen. See how the red candle's starting to melt away? It's just what we want to see. We're going to see the countdown expire here in 10 seconds, and we should get another green call arrow. There it goes. Now, if I go back to my broker, we'll see we're in profit now on both those positions. So that's the rejection. That is the reaction that we were looking for. Now, see this little line here? This is how much time I got left in my trade. So between where the little dot is, which is present time, this vertical line represents when my trades are over. So since I hit the green button and I've got green lines here, as long as price, this little dot, is above my lines, I win the trade. And that's really all there is to this, guys. It's that simple. Now you'll see my total account balance has gone down. I'm at $9,400, right? So I've spent 600, or I've invested 600 of my 10,000. See that? There's a $300 position here, $300 position here, total 600. What's going to happen when we win the trade is we're going to get back the $300 plus 50, 70%. So we're going to get back that $300 plus 70%. So that is how it works. So in a moment here, as long as we don't reject back down, it's a major enough level. I'm pretty confident we're going to do just fine here on this one. It's going to sit here, probably continue to go up. Look at it. It heard me. But you don't have to worry about this. This is what markets do. They come down, they test levels, and they go back up again. Now, most brokers allow you actually to roll over. So if we did lose, we got really close, we could add more time to the line, which is what I'd be doing right about now if I was not using pocket option. So there we are. We're at break even now in my top position. Okay. And there it's rejecting off that now. So we're now in profit, just barely. I'm going to zoom it in a little bit. Okay. You can see it rejected there before. See that? So this is a close one. I don't like them to be this close, but that's all right. See it go back up again. Okay. So there's our win. Total trade amount was $600. Total result was $1,020. So you'll now see that my $10,000 account is now at $10,420. So that's $420 in profit off of those two trades. So Chris, thank you, my friend. I appreciate you bringing that. Now, what we could do, guys, it's hanging out down here at the 730 level. If it comes down and hits 730 again, we'll take it again.
Be careful, though. You're going to go against a currency strength, though, there, Steve.
Oh, it switched on me, didn't it?
Yeah, let's be aware.
Yeah, it did. That's probably why it's not wanting to take off. That's one thing you got to watch out for, guys. Now, in this case, the currencies are very, very close in strength. So we're still relatively safe because we're at a major level of support right now. So if you're a few points off in your currency strength, you're okay to go ahead and take those trades. And again, if you're new, don't do it with real money. You know, every time you get something like this and you're kind of not too sure, take it on a demo and see what happens and get your skill honed so that you understand what the market will do in a case like this. And you can see now we have a big blue candle here. And it's a major rejection off of this level at 724. So the market's going to go back up. It's probably going to come up here and it's going to play with this little blue line here for a little bit. That's an EMA 50, and it'll probably come back down again. Okay, so that is one win for us. I'm just going to count that as
USD
one.
JPY there. Sorry to interrupt you, Steve. USD JPY said it's going to hit the 50 and was while hitting two layers of resistance.
Beautiful. Oh, yeah. Oh, I like it. I like it a lot. It's getting ready. Notice RSI and stochastic are both up in the overbought zone. We're getting close to this level here at 179. Some of you more advanced people will probably have taken this already. Actually, we did miss the wick right up to the 50 here. But just based on the way things are looking here, I would say we're going to come back up here probably. So let's get our brokers ready. USD, JPY, one of my favorite pairs, except for right now, Pocket is only paying up 56%. What are you guys doing? Don't do this to my favorite currency. So in the broker, you'll actually see the level. See this level here? If you look to the right, you'll see how it says 178, last three digits. Okay. So now we're going to go back to Hourglass. We're going to look for that same level. Here it's 176. So there are a couple pipettes of difference between the two, but that's okay. We know roughly where the market went. So I want to see like two more pipettes above where it went. I want to see it up at 179, which probably on the broker is going to be like 182 or something like that. Like right up 181 or 182. I want to see it up here. Okay, and here it comes, guys. Get ready. Let's go. A little more, a little more. I want to see you break past that 178 level, and then I'm going to go. It might take it a little bit to do it. Some of you guys may already be in. That's fine. If I had rollover on this broker, I probably would be in right now, but I don't have rollover with this demo broker. These guys at Pocket are a little bit, they're not as full featured as the broker that I use for my real account. So it is dropping. I believe it's probably going to reject and come back up again because I do believe that we're going to come up and test that level before it really drops for real, for keeps. Because remember, here's why I'm saying that, guys. I'm saying it because it happened back here. So the investors who are currently driving the market up right now, they're going to want to come up here and test this 179 level again before they really drop the market. It doesn't always happen that way. We do have an EMA 50, and you'll see how it is interacting with the EMA 50. So you advanced guys have probably already cleared a few trades. UJ is close. Did I miss that from you, Cheryl?
That other one, though, that other thing I showed you for the currency strengths, it just showed JPY getting stronger again against the dollar.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to keep dropping now.
Yep. Okay, so the yen is actually above 54 now. It's just that Cash Trap hasn't updated. Is that right, Chris?
No, I'm just saying on the other one, it went up. The one I showed you the other day, it's gone up. Was that 2% above? Now it's at 3, or not 3,
okay.
but
yeah, this is what you showed me the other day. This is awesome.
Yeah, it was at it's at 0.03 for me. I don't know why it says 0.02 for you.
Yeah. Okay. Beautiful. Yeah. There's the yen there.
When you were talking about the beginning of the trade, it was at 0.02, and now it's at 0.03 for me.
Okay.
It's just going to get stronger.
So again, this is a game of waiting. We wait. We wait until we get the exact. We're like predators sitting in the in the tall grass in the African Serengeti waiting for the antelope, right? I'm sorry for those of you who are vegetarian. I shouldn't have said that, but you know what I mean. The lions of the Serengeti, they wait and they wait and they wait and they hunt. And the reason that idea comes that comes to mind is because we used to have a cat that he was just relentless. I mean, he'd sit in the grass all day behind our house waiting for some poor defenseless little bird to come down, and he would pounce on the thing. It was kind of sad. But as traders, it's okay to pounce on the market. So, okay, so it looks like I've been probably a little too picky here with this one. We could have had fun and won this one, because there it goes. But what I'm trying to model for you guys is I'm trying to model the level of pickiness and the level of choosiness that you need in order to be a really, really successful trader, in order to trade that $100,000 account. You need to be very, very picky and very, very choosy about the trades you take, because what you want to do is you want to wait for the market to give you what you want. And when the market gives you what you want, you go, you hit that button, you invest. And this is how you get your win rate way up. You don't take as many trades. You know, you don't get all clickety with it and just start clicking these buttons, clickety, clickety, click, 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 right? If you want to click buttons, well, I mean, that's fine on your demo account, but don't expect this number here to start going up when you do that. Anyway, yeah, so this would have been a great win, and it hung around for a while. Again, if we had rollover, we would have won this. But without rollover, we need to be very, very, very picky. So again, those of you who don't know, rollover is, look at that. Adam is 4-0. All right, Adam, good for you, my friend. See, Adam's probably trading with a different broker, and he's got his rollover all set, and away you go. So that's good for you, bro. Good for you. I love it. That's the way to do it. Okay, what other opportunities have we got, ladies and gentlemen? What am I even looking at CAD for? Oh, because it's pulling back, but it's getting all spiky. Yeah, it's at a level. It's at the EMA 50 here. I kind of like that, but it's CAD though, guys. Ooh, yuck. Look at it go. I'd say by this time, probably the currency strength meter is going to flip. What do you think, Chris? Because a move like that, that's going to, oh yeah. Wait a minute. Euro CAD. I got it backwards. The euro is strengthening.
When you're looking at?
I'm looking at Euro CAD right now.
Okay.
And I just made a little boo-boo with my reading of the currency strength meter here.
And
look at that. It's spiking right to the top here. Very likely to reverse and drop back down, but it's not up in the Bollingers. I think I'm going to wait. If I was to take this, I actually would wait for this level. I got to get my toolbar out of the way. I like that level actually up there a little better, just based on how much momentum it's got right now. And yeah, the euro is stronger, so forget it. Yeah.
Yep.
You're laughing at me, aren't you, bro?
You're doing a great job, man. Keep it up.
Oh man. By the way, guys, trading pods. We have fun like this all night. You know, Chris cracks jokes at me, and Joe is laughing, and I'm trying to speak in a British accent, and or try to speak in an Australian accent. And then of course Adam's gonna get a real kick out of that because I probably
there's no trying, Steve. You nail
it. Oh, we'll let Adam and John will be the judge of that.
How about your Minnesota accent?
Oh, the Minnesota. I haven't quite got that one nailed down. I'll have to watch New in Town a few more times and try to imitate them Minnesotans.
Watch Fargo.
Yeah. Hey, thank you for the reminder. I've actually never watched Fargo.
It's actually pretty good.
One of the holes in my cultural experience. Okay, guys, what else have we got? AJ. Look at you. Cheryl cleared UJ twice. I love it. Okay, AJ. Back to
AJ. A had a red folder earlier. I haven't looked at it since, but
oh, thank you for reminding me of that.
It's okay. When you're doing not real money, it's hard to remember all the things.
For some reason, my cash trap is not behaving, so it won't let me. There it is. Okay, the yen is stronger than the Australian dollar. So we want to see, even though they're really close, we want to see it pull up. There is definitely something happening up here at the 200 EMA. This is the gray line. Now, those of you who just have Cash Trap loaded up in its default format will not see this. I have got the DeLorean EMAs on the chart, so I do have some things that you guys don't have yet. If you need a hand, I can put you in touch with an instructional video that one of our leaders did, and I can show you how to do this. So just text me, reach out to me afterwards. I know Chris knows how to do that. We can reach out to Chris, Joe, any of the leaders, and we can get you connected with that. But I like AJ. I like my AJ nice and hot and crispy right in this zone here between 438 and 453. And so basically what I've done is I mark up this zone here, guys. Basically, all I'm doing is I'm putting one line at the top of the candle body here, because you can see the market came up and rejected and came back down. See that? And I'm putting one line at the top of the wick. So what I would do in this case, if all of a sudden the market just starts roaring up, like it is just going 100 miles an hour, it's coming up here, and I can see it's got a lot of momentum and it goes right through my 438, I'm going to be patient and wait for it to come up to the 453. And if I can see it still has a boatload of momentum here, I'm actually not going to take that trade. I'm going to wait for it to come up to this level here. So, but if you can see the market comes up and it sort of just slowly creeps its way very slowly up to this level, it's likely to reject.
Steve, we just got a down Lowe on AUD JPY.
Okay.
We
did, didn't we?
On the
And it's-
5-minute on
Okay.
Trading View.
Okay. Oh, and I just got an alert. Oh, you know what that was? That was an old alert that it didn't give me. Okay. AJ, I'm going to turn my EMAs on. We're going to look for that DLO and see what we got happening here. All right, we've got a down DLO that's gone into consolidation. We're stuck right in between the white EMA, which is the 200, and the blue EMA, which is the 50. As you can see those EMAs on Cash Trap. See, blue and gray. It shows up as white on my chart here. So I actually don't feel that the DLO is going to have a lot of authority right now. I definitely wouldn't trade that DLO because actually you can see what it's done. It was a green candle that got engulfed by a red, but it had the EMA 50 right below. So of course, it's like shooting a gun straight into a wall. You're going to get a ricochet. And so this is the ricochet here. This green candle, it comes right up. And now it's going to get stuffed right into the white EMA, and it'll probably wick up here and reject. So actually, I really like what it's doing right now.
Steve, it actually turned into an up Lowe right afterwards.
That's right. Exactly. And that's what happens in consolidation, especially when you're stuffed right into an EMA, which is kind of like firing a gun into a wall. I would like to see it a little higher. I want to see this down here. I want to see this overbought. So we're going to see what it does. It might just consolidate here between the EMA 200 and the EMA 50, but I need multiple confirmations before I'm going to take a trade. I'm not just going to take a trade just because it's sitting on the 200. Although in this case, looks like if you had, you probably would win. Yeah, when we trade, we need to be like my 9-year-old at the dinner table. Picky. I love him very much, but he does not like tomato soup. That's what we had about an hour ago. Okay.
I absolutely hate tomatoes.
You don't like tomatoes too?
Tomato, I hate it, but I love tomato soup. Tomatoes make me want to gag, and yet tomato soup is one of my favorite soups. It makes no sense.
That's weird. My dad says the same thing. He's like, tomatoes are not made to be eaten; they're made to be thrown. So, okay.
Right.
I quite like tomatoes, but okay. It's okay, Chris. You're entitled to be wrong, bro.
You like olives?
Yeah, man.
Oh, I'm muting you.
Good luck with that. Let's see. You can mute me tomorrow night when I come on your call, hey? Okay, so the AJ, I do want it up higher. I want it up enough so that we're overbought down here. I want to see it up here. So I want to see it up there, and I want to see it up, well up into this zone. And look at it. It is dropping. So, you know, if you're under leveraging, you can take these trades for sure. Your win rate won't be high, but if you're under leveraging, you're only, you know, trading a very small amount. I mean, that's one thing you can do is you, as a trader, is you hone your strategy, and your strategy becomes, you know, you start to really, your strategy gets really customized to you. Some people will, like, they'll go ahead and they'll take these riskier trades, but they'll put in a very small investment. And that's fine, you know, because you're going to win a lot of the time. You really are, even when it's a lower risk. But for me, I really want to model for you guys. I want to model a really disciplined approach. And the disciplined approach means being picky and you don't eat the tomato soup. We wait for it to turn into chocolate cake up here. There we go. We'll make that, see if I can make that line brown for chocolate. We got chocolate in here. Oh yeah. That's not chocolate. What is that? Anyway, we don't need to talk about chocolate. That's purple. All right, what else have we got? I should check DeLorean Hyperdrive, see if that's got anything delicious for us. So DeLorean Hyperdrive, Cash Trap gives a whole lot more trades. And it's amazing at this time of day when markets consolidate, they just kind of bounce up and down. They're not really showing any direction. DeLorean Hyperdrive is really powerful for trending markets. I just got to get into Hyperdrive here. Okay, there we go. Oh, look at this. Mexican peso. Unfortunately, our brokers don't. Ooh, CAD chief. That looks familiar, doesn't it? Okay. CAD JPY. So the Canadian dollar is creating quite a few DeLoreans here. Yeah, I have to watch this a little closer. That would have been a really nice one to take. Shoot. Kind of missed it though, because the train has left the station here, guys. So a DeLorean here is basically just an engulfing. It's like Joe pointed out, it's a DELO. We call it a DELO. It's just an engulfing candle pattern. You have, in this case, the AI drew an arrow because it saw the market went down, created a small red candle, and then it created this big blue candle. So the blue is larger than the red, and we have a nice little red line cutting through the two. Those are basically the rules that you want to see. And then it creates the little up arrow and it says, hey, there's a little possible trade opportunity here for you. So what I would have done with this is I would have traded it when it pulled back to the red line, waited for it to pull back to the red line, pull back under the arrow, and then we would have taken it for a call. Unfortunately, that's kind of expired now. And since it's a CAD pair, it's about as spiky as ever. So this actually would have been moderately risky, a little more risky than I'm happy with. The other thing that I don't like about this is that the EMA 50 is way down here. So the EMA 50 is the magnet, and the market will always want to pull back to it. So if you look here, you can see the market did actually pull back to the EMA 50 right there. See that?
In a second, Steve.
Yep.
What do you think of AJ coming up? I think it's going to set up. It's at the 50 near the 200.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
I think
AJ is playing in this nice little range here. So this is actually not bad if we can just get some structural precedent here.
So I say it's just going to be around that 50 for a second here. I just want to see what it looks like in the next. Just take a look at it next candle, the next refresh.
Yeah, it's also gone spiky on us, but I do like this level just below the EMA 50. Let's turn this back.
I know Joe doesn't like the spikes, so we'll switch it up, Joe. Sorry.
A little gun shy, are you there, Joey?
You can do fine.
Oh no, I really like the spikes. Maybe a little too much.
Can I get you and Sylvia on the same call? Play together.
Yeah. Yeah, spikety spike. So 8 o'clock, guys. I've got my good friend Jono Lowe is going to be talking a little bit about crypto. So make sure you stick around. And if you know any friends or anybody who's interested in crypto, grab your phone, text them, send them the link, get them on the call. 8 o'clock. Get them on right now. But 8 o'clock, Jono is going to be actually dropping some pretty big value. I'm actually looking forward to that. I'll have my notepad out myself actually, because Jono, I actually missed Curtis's call just due to dinner and other crazy things and prep and stuff like that. So, yeah, you're on the hot seat, bro. You got some value to deliver, and I'll have my notes up and I'll be picky.
Let's go, Steve. Let's go, man. Yeah, I had to get off this call to come on yours, man. It was such a big day. Oh, dude, I got lots of notes. Looking forward to it.
Oh, I can't wait. Guys, Jono has been making fistfuls of cash, or at least his trading account has. And so whenever he plans to withdraw, then the cash will be in his hand. Yeah, Cobain has been a massive help to my good buddy Jono. So I'm looking forward to hearing from him in 17 minutes. But yeah, Chris, I like this. I like AJ. And when it comes and when it does, because look how spiky it is, it's gonna come back. It'll be back. When it comes down to 392, I want to catch it. I mean, maybe just even up a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do it on pocket options. I'm not doing it on.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I'm almost thinking we should take that for a 2-minute. We lower our time down to 2 minutes.
we do it for a minute.
Yeah, it's true. You probably could win it. You're right. If it comes down that low, 1 minute would probably be a winner.
You want to be at the top for a putt. But that's for spikes. You don't want to be putting around it too much.
Spikety.
That's not teaching anybody the right way. So stop. I'm gonna stop talking.
Oh man, anytime, bro. Okay, so 403 on AJ. Let's just see how that lines up. See, I'm getting ready right now. I'm lining up my shot, guys. So it says 392 on Hourglass, and it says 403 on it's over here. I need to move these tabs. Organize things a little better here. There we go. You know what? I bet you that's the level right there. Yeah, that's the level. That's what I'm looking for. Let's see if we can draw us a nice little horizontal ray. I'm not used to how these. Yeah, this is no good. Trying to do technical analysis on pocket option is a little more difficult. I'm not used to their tools. I'm used to trading view. We'll just do a horizontal line and I'll just drag it down to this level here. Why won't it behave? Come on. There we go. So 393, that's pretty close. That's about 1 pipette off of what I'm seeing on Hourglass. It's wanting to stay up here for a while. So just so that I don't have to keep an eye on it, I'm going to set an alert in my trading view. So that trading view will advise me when price comes to a level that I'm interested in. On trading view, it's 391. Okay. I love alerts because I tend to be a little bit ADHD myself and I tend to forget things. So if I have all sorts of digital things here that'll remind me, it's very nice. Fits well with my ADHD. Squirrel. All right, what have we got next, guys? Anything else setting up?
Take a look at EJ.
Okay.
It's not great, but it might be getting close.
It's a bit of a snooze tonight, hey? But again, this is good,
That
guys.
guy go 4-0, buddy. That's
Huh?
that's you got a guy going 4-0. That's not snooze. That's sign off.
That is true.
You got guys going 2-0 and 4-0. If you're doing 2%, two trades.
Adam's going 7-0.
There you go.
Okay,
See you later, Adam.
Wow, I need you guys to watch the chat for me. Cheryl called out EU like 10 minutes ago. I'm sorry, Cheryl. Okay, EJ. Oh yeah, look at this. Okay, wow. All right, here I am sleeping when we're ready to take a trade. Oh wow, yeah. Okay, this is really beautiful. I like this a lot. 948 level on EJ. Oh, look at it go. Look at it go. It's pushing through. I think I'm going to go ahead and take this, guys. Currency strength is not flipped, at least not yet. They're really close, but let's take it right now for, oh, dang it. I just missed the drop. Some of you guys probably already got that. I was just trying to snipe it there, but I wanted to go back and look at my TA tools. So I'm going to be out of profit here for a moment when it pulls back, and then it's going to drop again.
Steve, you can also go to your currencies and press the star button. That'll be all across your top. You don't have to keep looking through them.
You're talking about here?
No, go back to pocket.
Mm-hmm. Oh, pocket.
Yeah. Back in your pocket option. Go to EU or EJ right there. Click on it.
Mm-hmm.
And next is the star. And just hit that star next to EJ.
Yeah. Right. Right.
And it puts up top, and you'll have all your currency. You don't have to keep flicking through them all the time.
That's true. You're absolutely right. Exactly. If this comes back up here, I'm gonna take it again. Okay, here we go. Didn't quite come up there, but oh shoot, I'm on 2 minutes. Whoops, this should be a 3-minute trade. I might lose this lower one. We don't have enough time here. I left it on 2 minutes because I was looking at trading that spikety pair. So this is going to be a close one here because I didn't give myself enough time. This one here will probably be fine.
It's a $300 mistake.
Yep. And this is why you only trade you only trade 3% maximum of your account, never more. And this is where you need rollover. But with Pocket, we don't have rollover. Yeah, so this is definitely going to be a loss here for my lower position because I had my time set wrong. So guys, this is what you got to understand. This is gonna happen. So you never, ever want to, there's one loss. You never want to put a big investment in. It's really tempting. You know, if you have a $10,000 account and you trade, 5K or something, boy, that's really tempting. Don't do it because you'll make a silly mistake like this and have your time wrong. Okay, so my top 2 positions are probably going to be fine, but we'll see what happens here. And I would definitely be rolling this one over right now if I could, but we'll see what she does here. I'm sure you guys are probably all clear, and look at that. Adam's laughing at me. Thanks, man. It's the fun of trading together with your buddies. You all get to laugh at each other, right? It just makes the whole thing a lot more fun. Okay, so that's a win there for, look at that. Look at it trying to kill me, hey? All right, so that is a win for one of my positions, and this one here should be okay too because it's got time now. It's gonna, right now, here's another hint, guys. I want to just show you another little teaching moment here. Euro, JPY. Both of these currencies are not particularly strong. See this? The euro is 50, the yen is 47. They've actually gone and flipped on us here, so it might try to trend up. And so when that happens, don't expect your reactions to happen super fast. See, so if you've got if you've got like one currency at 70 and another one at 70, yeah, you're going to get some more violent reactions, and the market's going to drop like a rock as soon as it touches the level. But when you have low numbers here, euro 51, or let's just take something that's like, both currencies are somewhere in the 20s, you can expect that when it hits a certain level of reaction, it's going to hang out there for a long time before it finally does what you want. So that's another hint. Just watch that. Watch the currency strengths and just watch how the market reacts with your level that you're drawing up based on the currency strength. And you'll see some of them will react quickly. Some of them will react a little bit more slowly. They'll want to hang up here. They'll want to kind of, go up and down and try to make up its mind what it's going to do. And that's very typical when the strength is not real strong in the currency. So let's just see what we've done here. So we're at break even right now. There we
Steve,
go.
your USD is going to set up again.
Euro USD. Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty confident this one will be.
It's not yet. It's not there yet, but it will set up.
Okay.
And I know you probably got to get off soon for your Jonathan, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, we got 8 minutes left.
Euro
US
$10,000.
Okay, yeah. So Euro USD, I'm wanting to see it fall back down to this level of 724. I don't know if we're gonna have time for it to get there, There we are. I think that's a win for me here. Yeah. Should be. Right. How do I go back and see my, I've never even bothered to do this. How do I go back and see my trade
Close.
history? Oh, there we go.
So you only lost one.
Yep. So I've gone 4-1 here. 4 wins, 1 loss. Now, one of the wins was just sniping. Actually, both of these are sniping the same currency twice. So you could say, if you want to be real picky about it, you could say 2-1, because these 2 wins here and these 2 wins were just, this sniping the same opportunity twice. And then there's my 1 loss of the evening.
Yeah, I call it 4-1.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I like that. If it does come down to 724, I would be jumping up and down for joy and wanting to take that for sure. Now, one thing to watch out for, guys, as a trader, what happens to the currency strength of the dollar or the euro, actually, in this case, if the market takes a dive and it comes down to here? What's going to happen? Well, you're either going to see a stronger dollar. So this 36 is going to go up, because if the dollar gets stronger, this pair drops, right? Because remember, it's based on, this pair goes up when the euro strengthens against the dollar. So, or you're going to see the euro number get bigger and the dollar number not really change too much. I'm sorry. The euro number gets smaller versus the dollar number as it drops. So one thing to watch for is you're looking at the currency strength meter and you're like, oh yeah, euro is way stronger than dollar. Perfect. We're going to take an up arrow when it comes down here. Well, just make sure before you click your little green button that the euro is still stronger than the dollar by the time price comes down here, because that can change. The currency strength meter can flip, and all of a sudden you've now got a euro that has gone down to a strength of 10 and the US dollar is 40 or something. And you don't want to be taking that trade, because it's likely going to punch straight through and go down further if there's that much of a discrepancy between the 2 currencies, like if the bottom one is significantly stronger than the top. So that's really important. The currency strength meter is your saving grace here. That is your that's your warning right there.
One last thing though, Steve, is if it gets down there though, watch how it gets down there. If it gets down there quick, that currency strength is going to flip faster.
Yep.
If it gets down slower, the euro may still be stronger.
100%, Chris. That's such
I
good
get that.
advice, because if it drops like that,
Yeah.
I guarantee you this currency strength meter will flip.
Yeah.
But like Chris says, if it drops, kind of over this amount of time here, and it's just sort of a nice, easy wave down, it may not flip. They may get closer, but it probably isn't going to flip.
It'll be more consolidating anyways by that time it does that.
Yeah, exactly. All right. So we have got 4 minutes left. Anybody have any questions about Cash Trap, anything at all? Feel free to unmute, ask a question, drop it in the chat, anything you want to do. All right. Well, while I'm waiting for any possible questions, I want to just show you guys where we learned this skill. I did not go to YouTube. I actually paid for this skill. Oh man, I just love it. I love it, learning it from someone who's actually a professional. This is the leaderboard in the academy. These are the top educators here. Millie has 234,000 people in class weekly. Taylor, 125,000. Matthew, 120. So Matthew's probably the one Matthew, actually, look at that. Matthew's actually just about to start his live session right now, 7 minutes, and he's going to be starting at 8 p.m. Pacific time. I'm also going to show you. Here we are into HFX. I'm going to show you some of the best course material I have ever seen, ever. Dr. Josh Lee and Brendan Boyd. These guys here in their favorite sessions. Oh my goodness, guys. Wow. They have a 5-step series. Most of you have probably already heard me say this because I tend to kind of rave about these guys. I've learned so much from them, and I've been trading. When I first discovered them, I've been trading for about a year and a half, and I went and clicked on the first one of their 5-day series here. You can see it here. Day 1, HFX intro, price action, market structure analysis. Day 2, HFX market volume, volatility, and multiple time frame analysis. Sounds like Greek. I guarantee you by the time you watch that, it will not be Greek anymore. These guys are so organized with the way they teach.
Live streaming is on.
So impressed.
Submit a video.
Happiness. And so why are we talking about happiness when we're talking about trading here? Ultimately, as
Look
part
at
of your
that.
journey
Little bit
day
of
after
talk on
day,
mindset.
ultimately, I can share, or that analogy that we share pretty often. And there's stop losses. There are
So this here, identifying this will help you so much, guys. If you can just learn to identify the difference between consolidation, expansion, and trending. Learn that, and you're already one step ahead of everybody else. Actually, a pretty big step. A lot of traders do not understand this. I did not understand that for a long time, even though I should have, because the course material I went through, 6 months earlier actually did teach that. I was just too ADHD to pick it up. So anyway, with that, I am going to unshare my screen and introduce my good friend, Jonathan Lowe. Jono and I have been on this trading journey for, how long has it been, Jono?
Dude, Steve, you started like a week or two before me, man. Like it's almost bar on bar. Man.
Yeah.
It's been a slice.
Oh man, yeah. So for those of you guys who can't figure out where Jono grew up, you're not. It's that nobody can figure out where Jono grew up. Like some people are like, kind of sound Australian, but no, you're not Australian, but you're a little bit South African. I don't know, or maybe you grew up in London. I don't know. Where'd you grow up, Jono?
Oh man, born in Durban, South Africa, the great East Coast, and then moved to New Zealand when I was 14 with my family, and finished my high school, did my University of Engineering in Auckland, and then moved to Canada, Kelowna specifically, kicking and screaming, because I married my lovely wife who's from here, and best place on earth.
Oh wow. Yeah, so that's why, guys, because he grew up and then he moved when he was 14. My mom grew up in South Africa and then moved to Canada when she was 8. So, and then you moved to Kelowna and married Jaina. How awesome. Kicking and screaming, man. What's wrong with you, bro?
Oh no, that's my sarcasm, eh? I moved to the best place in the world to live and work, man. It's been my first email address was kelowna_rocks@hotmail.com. So.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And Jono, I got my boat license just so I could drive Jono's boat for him. Because when Jono wakeboards on the lake, everybody else stops their boat and they all get out and they sit on top of the boat and they watch him.
You're too much. Too much.
Okay, man. We came here to talk about crypto, not wakeboarding. But
totally, man. Well,
what have you
Steve,
learned, bro?
Dude, man, thank you so much for having me on your call. I am honored to be a guest on your call tonight. And guys, Steve is like one of my favorite humans in the world. We've got to hang out a lot over the last number of years and share a lot of our successes and challenges together, everything from careers to parenting and now trading for the last year and a half. And man, Steve just lays it out there, as I'm sure many of you can know and can see on this call. He just tells it straight up. And that's what I totally love and appreciate about Steve. And I know that between raising his 5 kids, wife, business, he is stretched for time. And so can we just drop a 777 in the chat for Mr. Steve Coleman? I love this guy so much. And I know he will love the gratitude in the chat. So thank you, Steve. A little bit about my trading journey. Like I said, I studied engineering. And so I've been in the profession, kind of consulting world for all my career, but always wanted to get into trading stocks, I guess, back in the day. Like this is before even being aware of foreign exchange. But, life and time just never got into it. And so I was introduced to IM, was February last year. Shout out to Chris Leyland and Dan Keith, Pip Kings, for introducing me. Very grateful for them opening my eyes. Literally, it was a catalyst, a kick in the pants that I needed to invest some time and learn the trades. And so I got involved in foreign exchange currency. And And for the last 6 months, been doing the DeLorean strategy. Shout out to DeLorean Nation and the amazing 4-step process that they have for taking trades. One of the simplest and most powerful pieces of software out there. Been loving it. But about crypto, crypto, I remember my brothers buying crypto Bitcoin, when it was $3,000, maybe 5-6 years ago. And I'm kind of a techie guy, and it's just funny though. It always seemed a little abstract to me and kind of risk averse. And my brother was the kind of guy who treated his money like spaghetti. So he'd throw it at the wall, see what stuck. Sometimes he lost it, sometimes he won it. And it was fun when he like tripled his money, and then whatever now and then he'd lose it, and you're like, oh yeah, there you go, there's Cam losing his money again. So so that was kind of when I got introduced to it. And but then fast forward to Forex last year. That's when we had the DCX Academy now with IM, which just like Forex, just like Cash Trap, there's educators that teach you and walk you through it. But still, last year it seemed like it was still a little bit scary. Maybe just for the advanced traders. So I was like, okay, I'll just focus on Forex. And then now, like literally, April 22nd, we had a training call with our Thursday night training session here in Kelowna. And Greg Reno, the leader of our team in IM, he hosted a call with Mr. Curtis Cobain. Yes, that's right. His name is Curtis Cobain, legend. He literally, it opened my eyes to crypto. Like, it's like I had this veil almost, and I'm like, where have I been for the last year, never mind 5 years? And he just stepped it through step by step, kind of everything from like, what are the cycles in cryptocurrencies? There's different waves in the cycles and where we are in the waves, looking at historical trends in Bitcoin and looking at the consolidation and the trending phase and accumulation phase. And then like talked about the different types of coins, which I like. Again, I was like, oh, crypto, I know Bitcoin, I know Ethereum. But he talks about there's three main types of crypto currencies. There's the transactional coins. These are like Bitcoin, for instance. You can buy, or you could buy a Tesla a month ago anyway with Bitcoin. But that's literally a transactional crypto where you can buy a house, you can buy a car with a cryptocurrency. Then there's the functional coins, and this is Ethereum, is one of the main coins, Ethereum. And Ethereum is functional in the sense that many other cryptocurrencies and blockchains use Ethereum in their day-to-day operation. And so not only is it's got, its intrinsic value, but it's actually used for a vast majority of cryptocurrencies. And so I was like, wow, that gives it a lot of credit when you know that it's not just its own like thing on its own, it's actually being used by many other cryptocurrencies. So it's functional. And then there's the stable cryptocurrency, stable coin. A stable coin is like, wow, why would you invest your money in a stable coin? That seems kind of like counterintuitive, But get it, it's like this. So you're investing in your transactional coins, your functional coins, and they're going up and down. And you want to sell at the highs and sell at the highs and buy at the lows. Well, a stable coin is what you use when you want to get out of a volatile coin like Bitcoin or even an altcoin perhaps. And so you sell your volatile coin, you put it into a stable coin, and then maybe you just keep it in that stable coin. It's kind of like your holding account for when the next opportunity is to buy a coin. Or you use them to transact, to send your cryptos from one exchange to another, because an exchange is just a place where you can exchange, where you can buy different types of cryptos. And some exchanges have different types of cryptos. There's not one place to buy everything. So you might want to transact and move your cryptos between one exchange and another. So stable coins are a great way to do that. And an example of a stable coin is Tether or USDT. So that literally, this is April 23rd, right? I never heard anything. And he lays it all out like this. I'm like, this really makes sense to me. And then he talked about security, how to build, setting up a secure email account. Everyone, even if you're not in crypto, there's he suggested an email called Proton Mail. Check it out. It's free to sign up. I literally went home that night and created a Proton Mail account, and it's an encrypted mail account, which provides you that embedded security for when you're signing up for your accounts on whatever it might be, your exchanges or buying Bitcoin. So he talks about how to be secure, how to secure your finances, because you will hear the stories of, I had all this money on an exchange and it went bankrupt. So you want to make sure when you're getting into crypto that you're doing it right and off to the right foot. And Curtis on his favorites lays it all out in terms of, he's got 4 priority videos. And the very first one, it's mandatory. It's highlighted. You got to watch this. It goes through step by step what you need to do. So he taught me about that. And so literally I went away from that night, and that actually happened to be when Bitcoin dropped from 62,000 to 50,000. Like literally it was going down. And he called it. He's like, it's going down to 47. It's going down to 47. And I'm like, man, if I'm not in Bitcoin now, like I realized that night, like Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies have been around so long now, they've been accepted so long, like it's going to be here. And why am I not in this? You know, why have I not got skin in the game? And so I literally went home, didn't go to sleep till I at least set up some accounts, woke up the next morning, I was doing an e-transfer into an exchange here in Canada. Netcoins.ca is one that I was recommended, and so far it's been doing me well. Really easy. You can use your e-transfer, send money into your account. So literally woke up that night, just transferred some money, and bought my first Bitcoin and Ethereum that morning. And you know, once you get your head in the game, and you can follow someone like Curtis Cobain, and they just walk you through the process. And he's been doing it for 4 years professionally now. And he's just got a gift of walking you through the step-by-step process. And he's very patient, answering questions in the chat. He does live sessions Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. I think maybe one on the weekend at 6 p.m. PST. So he was literally on before this call. And given what happened in the market today, oh man, I was like super excited. So yeah, I've just been so grateful to have an educator that you can trust, that you know. And like, you know, when you want to get in, literally it's been 3 weeks and I'm like, he's like, these are the coins that I'm like, these are my main cap coins, these are my mid cap coins, like just breaks it out very simply. And he's like, if you're going to start out, you know, start with Bitcoin. That's the basis of your crypto, your crypto portfolio. And then, but yeah, and so that, like, it's just opened my eyes to what the crypto market is. There's 7,000 cryptocurrencies, 7,300, I think. And, you know, so how do you even choose? So having someone like Curtis, we have, you know, Nick Gomez and Crypto Picasso laying it out there and providing us with trade ideas and where to invest. It's really just made it very easy for me in my very limited time between working a full-time job and having 3 kids. Just to not have to spend hours and hours of research, but just literally trusting these guys and going for it. And so just to share a little of the nuggets that came out of today, right? Like maybe some of us haven't heard the news if you're not in the market, but I woke up this morning to get on a trading call with Patrick Kenny with Delo Nation, and literally Bitcoin was at $29,900. And I'm like, it was at like 40,000 when I went to bed, right? Like, I'm like, what just happened there? Like, oh man. And so rather than being fearful, like the world is like, oh man, I got to get out. What crypto is burning and dying. I'm like, it is on sale. Black Friday is here and I want to buy. And so I was just like, my problem was I literally spent the last money in my account before I went to bed because there was a good opportunity to buy something else. And I'm like, now I need to fund my account. So lesson learned, like, you know, always have a little bit of money, cash sitting in your exchange so that you can capitalize when crazy stuff happens like today. And so Curtis has really solidified in my mind that no matter what happens with cryptos, like buy the dips, it's gonna come back. There's foundational coins that have been around, like we're in for the long haul, pullbacks are necessary. It's all part of the trends in the market. And man, not literally the world of crypto is on sale right now. And it's like, I saw a meme today or a little gif of Evie from Friends, and she was like, it's her running around a wedding dress store. You know, it's like, what do I get? What do I get? Like, you know, that's literally how I felt today. I'm like, what do I get? What do I get? So I'm getting a bit overexcited here, but I tell you, like, so that was the one thing that don't be fearful. He said, have diamond hands in the market. Like, don't worry. Like I bought positions in the last 3 weeks, right? And it's dropped. When I bought my Bitcoin at 50,000, when it was 50,000 of Bitcoin. Now it's like 30, it was 30 today, it bumped straight up to 40 right now. It's like 37, right? But I'm like, oh, just buy a bit more, That dollar cost averaging, they call it, you know, just keep getting in the market. And just every time you buy, just know like it's still less than what it's really going to be valued at the end of the day. So that's the one thing. Then he talked about like Warren Buffett. He quoted Warren Buffett. Warren Buffett said, go write this down. He said, be greedy when everyone is fearful and be fearful when everyone is greedy. And right now, everyone is fearful. And he's like, it is time to be greedy. So I literally was looking to buy some crypto on this call with you guys because it's like, man, everything's really cheap right now. And I'm like, oh, just waiting for the next cycle down. So took that away. And then just realized he also Curtis talks about this. There's big players in the market that want us retail traders to let go of the money, right? And so they manipulate markets, right? They like guys like Elon and others, right? So they want the price to go down, so you sell your Bitcoin so they can get in and ride it up. So whether that's, I think, applies to any market. It doesn't have to only be crypto. Just know that when there's those dips, these big dips, if you have, you know your research, you know the value in what you're investing in, just hold out, buy the dips if you have the cash, or just ride it out and even shut down your account for the day because you can get very emotionally tied up in it. So that is pretty much all I think I had to say about the crypto situation. Thanks again, Steve. Appreciate the time.
Hey, you're welcome, John. Thanks for coming and sharing that with us, man. I mean, you just summed it up so well. You know, over the last, I remember when I started trading almost 2 years ago, every time I saw red candles, I got scared. Like my heart rate would go up and I'd just be like, oh, no, 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 please. And, and now I don't feel that way at all. I look at it just like you said, you know, when it's when you feel that potential fear, that actually for me now as a trader is an indicator that it's time to get real interested in buying. Same thing with stocks. You know, I had a stock I was looking at, kind of sniffing around, looking at it, and I saw it, and it was really not doing well. Looked at the company's financials, and I'm like, yeah, right now, this, I actually want to show you guys something. Let me just pull something up here. Okay. I'm just going to share my screen, just getting everything set back up here. You guys see this? Skip the ad here, but this is called the Crypto Fear and Greed Index. This is just what Jono was talking about. See this gauge? Extreme fear. So the markets actually move in emotional cycles right now. So this is the Bitcoin Fear and Greed Index. And so right now when this needle is low, as long as there's not some fundamental reason why, you know, there's maybe something really wrong with whatever asset that you're looking to buy. And I don't believe that's the case right now for Bitcoin. There is what Elon Musk was talking about with regards to the fact that Bitcoin requires a lot of electric power globally, but that's another conversation. I don't believe it's enough of an issue, really. It's just enough of an issue right now to cause fear, which is when you back up the truck and unload your cash and buy more. This is not financial advice, guys. Whatever you do with your money is your responsibility. It's not ours. You know, go and talk to crypto. Go talk to Crypto Picasso or listen to Crypto Picasso or, you know, like Jonna was talking about, Curtis Cobain, and take from those guys. But this, we're just sharing as students, Jono and Chris and I and others. We're sharing what we've learned. And this fear and greed index is a very real thing. So when you feel that fear, if you're holding, for those of us who are on the call, who are holding crypto assets right now, whenever you look at your portfolio, you probably don't feel good. It's a good sign. It's actually a really good sign because that means your asset is likely to go up. When you're feeling euphoric, when you're so excited and you go to the store and you're talking to the supermarket teller about your crypto, that's actually probably a sign that it's a very good idea to take your crypto and rotate it into a stable coin. Not to say you should be driven 100% by emotion. We do a lot more than that, but that's just a confirmation. So it's a little kind of a check in your, some people say, check your heart, right? So anyway, oh, I shouldn't have unshared my screen. I had one more thing I wanted to share with you guys. Let me just reshare here. Okay. Tomorrow night, same time, different station. We've got more crypto, the OGs of crypto. Make sure to pre-register because we got a webinar happening tomorrow. This is going to be something you definitely don't want to miss. You're going to have some pretty cool stuff going on here. This guy here actually was, I believe, the first guy, this Ivan here, He was the first one to buy a house with Bitcoin. So he's someone who's been around crypto for a very, very long time. And he understands crypto probably very, very well. So to get into this event, you can reach out to whoever got you on this event. We can get you the link for it. Or better yet, open up your browser, grab your notes right now. I'm going to show you what to do. Go to facebook.com/groups. See, if you look here carefully in my browser, I'm actually going to drop this right now in the chat. Just bear with me for a second while I pull up the chat here. Okay, there it is. Go join this Facebook group. Now, once you go in to join it, you're going to have to wait for the admin to approve you. And then once you're in, I'm going to show you what it looks like on the inside of the group here. So you're going to go to groups. Here's the group right here. It's called Free from the Rat Race right here. Okay. You're going to click events right here. And there's the event right there. Upcoming events tomorrow at 7 p.m. Pacific. So that's what you want to get into. Get into that and make sure you get in and actually pre-register probably about 6:45 p.m. Actually make sure you're in. You could actually, I believe, since it's a Zoom webinar, you actually can register like right now. And that's the link right there. But I would suggest you go in. If you're not a member of Free from the Rat Race, go in, become a member. And make sure you get in and watch this because this is going to be really good. Yeah, right here. World-class educator, first person in the world to buy a home with Bitcoin. Global ambassador and probably one of the most knowledgeable men in the digital currency space on the planet today. Don't miss that. Mr. Ivan, and I guess that must be his nickname, Paychecks. And I don't know how to pronounce his last name. Yeah, I won't attempt that. So there you go. Have a look at that one tomorrow, and we'll go from there. Thank you, guys. Thank you very much, everyone, for coming on. Chris, Jono, Joe, Alicia, Shauna, Carrie, and Sylvia was, and yeah, we had, I guess someone else I wanted to shout out here. And Cheryl, that was it, Cheryl, but Cheryl's not on the call anymore, but I wanted to still shout her out anyway. All right, guys. Well, thank you all very much for coming on.
Question, if you don't mind.
Yeah, bro.
John or Jonathan? Is it Jonathan or John?
Yeah, Jono. Yeah, Jono. Yeah.
Jono. All right. When you're going to stable coins, if you're buying an altcoin that's going up, would you transfer it over to Tether? Is that the best way to do it? Is Tether the least fluctuating? I mean, it doesn't really fluctuate that much, right? It's like sugar; it doesn't really move anywhere. So,
are you saying once you get to a point where you want to get out of the
you want to
coin,
get out of it, and then you want to
profit?
transfer over to buy your next altcoin? Would Tether be
Yeah.
one of the safest ways to go?
Curtis is not a.
Yesterday, you would have lost 20% and had to wait for it to go back up before you can get it.
Oh man, yeah. I mean, Tether's the most popular one, but so if you're doing a quick transactions, Kurt's not a huge fan of Tether because of there's some things that he's just not.
I know it is. It's
like.
Such a.
So he recommends there's another another stable coin called DAI, D-A-I, I think it's called.
Mm-hmm.
DAI, and so that's a stable coin that he seems to be more preferable to. But if you're just doing it for quick transactions, then Tether works well, and I've used Tether because it's kind of universal across the platform. That DA, like between the various exchanges that I use Tether. So yeah, that's done well. And I mean, he just says you wouldn't hold a lot of money in Tether. It sounds
no, I stop up. I use it to move. I would never put it in as a spot to hold it like a saving. I would use it as a spot to put it so I could transfer it into the next altcoin. Number two is that over the last few weeks, Bitcoin has been losing its traction as the number one. Like it used to be 65%, and it was like 38% of the market cap of currencies yesterday before the crash happened. Do you think have you heard from any of the guys you're listening to DCX that the altcoins are going to even take even more bite out of Bitcoin's dominance on this next trend back up? Or
man, yeah. Curtis was the only guy I listened to today since what happened last night. I mean, obviously there was the dip last Thursday. That was the last week. Elon. That was purely Elon Musk. I mean, that was like legit. That was like obvious. Today, I guess, was China's comment about taking Bitcoin off the market. So what I can say is he actually mentioned that every time before a bull run in Bitcoin, China like delists Bitcoin. Like he says it happens every time. So from his perspective, like this is just a necessary part of the cycle in Bitcoin and in cryptos in general. So he never said it might have happened later on in the call because he probably went to like 7:15, 7:30. But he just said that like don't be worried, like he wasn't like Bitcoin, now's the time. We're in the right
My
zone.
concern isn't really with Bitcoin. My optimism is that altcoins will even go up higher because Bitcoin, like back in February, Bitcoin was like 70-something% of the market.
Yeah.
Right. And now it was at 38 last night before everything.
Yeah, it's different. And like I've been eyeing out what's been dropping more and not. And so Kurt has some really interesting altcoins and mid-cap coins that I've been getting involved in.
Yeah.
That so I like diversify. Like I've got but Bitcoin's maybe an equal split with a lot of my coins. It's not a huge percentage. Ethereum performed so well the last month from when I bought Ethereum at $2,100 that night of April 23rd. It went up to $4,000. And then everything else was dropping, but Ethereum kept going. And now in this drop, it's both. It's very interesting to see the relationship. But Ethereum, because of its functional nature, like Curtis just says, like he tells everyone to have 5 Ethereum by the end of the year. Like that's his goal, But he's just so confident that.
How about Ethereum mixed with Polygon? If you join,
I don't know Polygon.
Polygon, it's Ethereum runs on Polygon Matic. So it's
Matic. Yeah, he's talked about Matic that I haven't looked into yet. But
yeah, look at Matic. It's really good because it works. It works with in two-step with Ethereum.
With Ethereum, okay. Well, the other P one I'm looking into maybe tonight even is Polkadot.
Polkadot. Well, that's the other creator, right? So.
Is it?
Yeah, it's the other creator. There's 3 of them, right? And he's the other one.
Oh, see, like I just know he talks highly of Polkadot, and the Polkadot's come down. So it's a little tricky for me to buy Polkadot, though. I have to like go through 2 different transactions on the one platform. But
that's great. I was just curious about those 2. Thanks, man.
Yeah, man, you're welcome. You're welcome. I look forward to catching up some more. Thanks again, Steve.
Thanks, guys. That's awesome. I'm just gonna drop some notes I made from what John said here. If any of you guys want to grab those notes, so you'll see the transactional coins. An example would be Bitcoin, functional coins, Ethereum, and then stable coins, USDT. Or what was the other one again that Cobain recommends above USD Tether?
DAI.
DAI. I think it's DAI.
That's it. Well, right above there. Yeah, DAI. That's what it was. Yeah. Yeah, and then the difference is there's DAI has a little bit more regulatory clarity, so you're safer if you're going to be stashing your cash in DAI. It's not going to get stepped on by the U.S. government or something.
Mm-hmm. John O, what was that email you said you opened up like on April 23rd? What was that?
Proton mail.
What's that do for you again?
It's just it's an encrypted, highly encrypted email. So it's just a very secure email. He recommends that you don't have your personal email dealing with your exchange accounts and your like the Netcoins account. I set it all up through my Proton mail, and it can have 2-factor authentication. And he just says it's a highly encrypted email, bigger than being a bit of a Gmail or Hotmail or anything like that. So I just use that only for my trading accounts, basically. It's just for setting up accounts and for like my transactional history and purchase confirmations. It all goes through Proton mail.
Yeah, that's good though.
Yeah, that is a very real issue. And like Jono mentioned, one of the first things in Curtis Cobain's course material is security. Because right now, there's a lot of people who own crypto, and they don't really know what they're doing. And so they've got it in crypto exchanges. And so if they're using the same password, for example, that they use for, their Spotify and for their Netflix and everything else, it really doesn't take a hacker much to get that password. And so when the hacker logs in, it's not hard to get in. And so one of the first things that all these exchanges will do is they'll want to verify that you are who you say you are. So they'll send a little email to whatever email address you have linked to your crypto wallet. And they'll just say, well, we want you to go to your email and click the link just to confirm because we see you're logging in from a new computer or a new device. So you go to your email, you open it, you click the link, and then you verify it, and everything's good. So now the problem is if the hacker has gotten into your Gmail or your Hotmail or something else, your Outlook, he's going to go in there, he's going to click the link, and he's going to take all your crypto. So That's the reason why you want to make sure you're using a really secure email service like Proton Mail, because Proton Mail is built from the ground up to prevent hackers. It's built to plug all those little holes that the hackers try to take.
Yeah, and that reminds me, the other security mention is VPNs. And Proton Mail has its own a free VPN. I haven't set it up yet, I'm meaning to. But a VPN, virtual private network, is basically a means of protecting your internet account so that you can't get hacked, in a very layman's terms. So there's a variety of different VPNs, and if you are going to be doing a lot of trading, I guess it could be any trading, doesn't have to be crypto. But a VPN, I've set one up previously for a different reason, but you can do it on your phone, you can do it on your computer, and it can automatically connect when you connect to Wi-Fi's. But that's something else to keep in mind, that VPNs are available, and they can be as cheap as like $11 a month for a full service, or if there is the Proton Mail free service that I haven't tried yet.
Yeah, and the thing to watch out for, a lot of things people don't think about is who's on your Wi-Fi network. I mean, first of all, if you have a weak Wi-Fi password, the 14-year-old next door might be stealing your Wi-Fi. That's very likely. It happens all the time. People never know. But what if you have a basement suite in your house and you share internet with some guy you don't really know that well who lives in your basement? He could be down there with a packet sniffer capturing all, and this is real, guys. This is not sci-fi. This happens all the time. He could be down there with a packet sniffer, actually capturing all of the data that your devices send and receive from the internet, or at least send to the internet. And so that's why you need a VPN, because a VPN creates an encrypted tunnel on the internet that comes out somewhere else in a secure location. Because your home Wi-Fi is probably not very secure. So when you're dealing, right now, if you're building a $1,000 crypto portfolio, I wouldn't worry about it right now. I'd put this on your to-do list, but put it down a ways. I mean, obviously do what you need to, and whatever you do with your money is your decision. But it's something you need to do. And by the time, and it will happen if you stay with this, like Jono is, and like we are, like Chris and I, your account's going to grow to 10K, and then it's going to grow to 100K, and then it's going to keep going just as long as you stick with it. The only thing that'll keep your account from 1 million is getting greedy, and buying stuff or giving up. Because eventually, if you carry on and keep going, you will get there. It's just the way the world works. But when you get to 1 million, you got to make sure long before you get to 1 million that you've actually got your money properly protected. And I keep wanting to say Crypto Picasso. Curtis Cobain will teach you how to do that. It's one of the first things he teaches.
Jono, take a look at. I said this to Steve. I'm gonna say it to Steve again. Sorry, buddy. Look up Cardano this week, man. It's amazing.
Oh, I'm in it. ADA.
Yeah, ADA it's Polkadot and ADA, right? Because Polkadot, ADA, and Ethereum, all three of them created Ethereum.
Okay, see, I don't know these backgrounds, but I bought some ADA, and literally tonight I'd like to buy some Polkadot if the market. I feel like it needs to calm down a little bit.
Yeah, and I love ADA. I think ADA. I personally believe that ADA is going to be the most stable in the future.
Yeah, it did so well last month, and then obviously dropped with everything else today, but. But
I think the way Charles has set it up, he's set it up to grow over 5 to 10 years. His goal, his actual vision is to take Africa out of a third world continent and make it into a first world continent.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, through ADA, you should really look at it because the way he's created it and he's going slow about it. He's not like put the cart in front of the horse here. That's why I feel very confident it'll be a slow growth, but it will.
Oh man,
you're not going to see like XRP growth over like when everything goes through and all that kind of stuff like that. But
yeah,
but it's nice to diversify.
I'll check that.
Honestly, you do what you want. And I mean, Curtis Cobain knows a lot more than I do.
Oh no, he's ADA's on his list of the top 5 mid. I think they call a mid cap coin. But I bought some when he said so last month, like 3 weeks ago, and it went up like 40% before this recent crash. Yeah. And then I've had other friends tell me like they're sorry to sell it, and so I've heard from several sources, so I'm glad to hear you.
I like it, and I really like. I'm not really bullish on Ethereum, but other people are, and that's fine. I really like Matic for Ethereum.
Yeah, so I gotta find. I don't think I can buy it in a couple.
Matic's gone from 17 cents in February all the way up to $3.15. So
yeah, I know there's so many that are just from January to now. It's like. It's just mind blowing.
Yeah, but I think Matic will actually stay. with it. It won't just crashing back down.
Right.
I think it's going to progress with Ethereum.
What's your exchanges that you've been using?
I've just been using Netcoins.
Yeah.
And I use crypto.com.
You do crypto, okay.
Yeah. Which I want to get it out of there. I want to get them out of that thing into Netcoins. So when they go, I want to throw them into Netcoins.
Right.
Because Netcoins is supposed to get regulated too, which I don't know what's going to happen there.
Oh, really? Yeah, I know. I got to get a hardware wallet. That's my next goal. I haven't got a hardware wallet yet to bring it off the exchange. That's what Curtis recommends, and they highly recommend don't keep your money on an exchange. Like if you're gonna hold it, get it off.
My girlfriend's still on the call here. Hang on. Kaylee on here? I don't see her on here. She was on here. She just had a call with the CEO of Netcoins.
Really?
Yeah. Said very confident in Netcoins and big, the stock big and stuff like that too, and everything.
Okay, good to know. Yeah, it's been very easy. I just been it's like my e-transfer limit's been frustrating me. I want to get more money in there. It's like every day I'm like, okay, just max it.
Their fees are low, aren't their fees like 1% or something like that?
0.5%, yeah.
0.5, like in crypto.com is 3.5. It's like insane.
Oh yeah. So I had no idea. I just jumped in on the Netcoins. One of the guys on Pip Kings recommended it, and
that's good. But the great thing with crypto, you can buy all these, like all the questionable ones and stuff like that if you want to play around with them, and then throw them over and then put them in Netcoins. So
yeah, right. But Netcoins, you can only store the 5 Litecoin. You can't store alts, right? You have to transfer. You have to convert.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's why I do crypto, and then that's how I get over.
Yeah, Kraken is the one that signed up recently from Kraken's got quite a few. Kraken.com.
Sorry, really monopolizing the conversation here, guys. Sorry.
Yeah.
No, this is good. This is good. I love this. I'm learning here.
I'm learning. I just started crypto in January, all on just figuring out after watch Steve talk about XRP on a
live man, Steve. Yeah, Steve was my inspiration too. Steve, I have to give him credit too. XRP, I'm sold on XRP, man. And like when I hit $1 today, I was literally like, where can I get money from to buy XRP?
That's right. Sell the house.
Yeah. Oh, it's like literally it was just like e-transfer limit. I'm like, it's not enough.
Oh, so frustrating. So frustrating. You can usually get your Canadian bank to raise your e-transfer limit to $10,000.
I called them today. They said 2.5 was the most. Yeah, RBC. They wouldn't do it for more than 2.5. They said no private customer has more than 2.5. And then, but the good news is every card has 2.5. So Jaina has 2.5, and I have 2.5. So
like Shopaholic. Here's a credit card. Here's a credit card.
Yeah. So it's per debit card. So my Interact. So I was like, okay, at least I know if I need to do more than 2.5 that I can.
Well, sounds like you're doing the right thing. If I like those mid-size. I'm a big fan of the mid. Yeah, those are the mid coins or the mid tokens.
And like for everyone that's new to it on the call, it's very interesting the technology behind these various coins. Like they're kind of like a stock in the sense that each coin has got they call them projects, and so it's not just something that's cool that people are buying. There's actually
they're not securities. They're not securities. Be careful.
Not a security.
But but that's like, there's actually something behind the coin, and that you can actually understand where the value might be. So that's been something interesting.
I think Joe has something to say.
Put your email in there, bud. Are you on Facebook? Are you on Facebook?
Me, yeah.
I'll look you up. I'm gonna send you something, all right?
Yeah, sure, man. Yeah, John or Lowe, Lowe.
So I'll do it right now.
I think Joe has something to say.
Oh, just listen to the crypto talk.
Guys,
by the way, last week, Joe, Kaylee really liked what you said about the XRP and stuff, and she was sharing it with some other people. So good job.
I was wondering where Steve heard about XRP.
I can't remember. I think it was this friend of mine in Idaho named Joe. I'm pretty sure. It was totally Joe. I didn't care about cryptos. I was like, cryptos are dumb. I don't care about cryptos. And then Joe and I are on the phone. Like this was like, I don't know. When was it, Joe? Like 6 months ago? A year? Like I trade fiat currencies. I was doing really good with my fiats, making good money every day.
Yeah, Steve was literally he was like, what are your real feelings on these cryptographic coins?
Krypton.
These cryptographic coins that are used on mobile cellular devices and such.
Yeah.
Isn't those cryptocurrencies the start of the cashless system and the mark of the beast?
That's right. On the mark of the bee.
Actually, he was going to collect crypto kitties, Ethereum crypto kitties, but I talked him out of it.
Oh,
Thank you, Joe.
Actually, I don't think anybody knows what that is.
I don't know what it is.
Crypto kitties.
Wow, you guys haven't been around cryptos for
January
a whole lot.
January 2021.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just Google crypto kitties. It'll blow your mind.
Okay.
It was a project that Ethereum put together to get people to start using cryptos, and you could collect cats of different values based on certain characteristics of these cryptographic kittens, and you could breed certain cats with other cats to get rare cats.
You say this is like it's like the beginning of NFTs or something, or what?
I don't know, but that was one of Ethereum's projects to get people, and there were literally like $100,000 crypto kittens.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Jonathan,
look
you
at
went to
this.
KGF?
Yeah.
That's where I recognize you from.
Yeah. I was there. Yep. Like I don't know, like 4 years, I think. Until about 2017. Yeah. That's where I met Steve.
2012.
Okay. Yeah.
You look familiar though.
Yeah. Well, dude, you're in Kelowna? Or you?
No, I grew up there.
Oh, okay.
I live in Airdrie now.
Yeah. Right.
I live in the prettiest city in the world, not that Kelowna dump. Man, I'd be back in a second if I could.
Oh man.
Yeah, I chose to move out here.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
once all these restriction stuff lifts, Chris is going to come see us, Jono, and I'm going to see if I can twist your rubber arm and see if you'll let Chris and I come on the boat with you.
Oh, and let's just be clear, that's my in-laws' boat. Yes, I get to use it, which is kind of the best of both worlds. You know the person with the boat. It's a classic '96 Echelon Malibu. So yeah, we have a lot of fun. I'd love to take you guys out.
It's fun. And we got to get Joe and Alicia to come up and get Adam to hop on a plane and fly over, and
my wife's
Carrie to
awake,
come up from Florida. Oh,
That's
man.
just nice there.
Oh, it's been fun. Man, I can't imagine how hot it must be in Florida. But anyway, Joe, I just want to say thank you so much for introducing me to cryptos, because without you, bro,
you asked. I mean, you asked about it.
You kept wearing this XRP hat and this Ripple shirt, and I don't know what the heck this was about. So
yeah.
If you guys came to Florida, this is Carrie. If you came to Florida, it's like I think tomorrow's 91.
That's almost boiling. 100 degrees. It's boiling.
Yeah, it can be very hot, and the humidity doesn't help. Who likes to wake up sweating? Yeah, no.
Yeah. No. Where are you in Florida, Carrie?
On the Gulf side by I live about 5 minutes from Hudson Beach, so I'm in the kind of middle part of Florida.
Okay, thanks for the relative place. I've been to Tampa, Orlando, and
I'm about an hour from Tampa.
Yeah, I couldn't believe how hot the water was when I went for a swim in the beach that's just south on the west coast there. I forget the name of it, but I was like got in and I was like a bath. I'm like, wow, this is actually too warm.
I love that the middle of Florida is 5 minutes from the beach.
Yeah, well, yeah, awesome. That's where I am. So I'm about an hour from Tampa, about an hour above Clearwater. So
yeah. That was a joke. Sorry.
He said Hudson by the water.
Right over my head. What'd you say?
I said when you said Hudson by the water, I thought Hudson Bay. That water's pretty cold. So. Anyway, guys, I need to jump off. Thank you so much. Nice meeting you, Carrie.
Nice to meet you too.
John, I'll send you a friend. I'll send you some info, some cool stuff.
Yeah, I'd love to. Thanks, Chris.
All right, man. You guys take care. Thanks for tonight.
Yeah, you too.
See you, Chris. Good night, man.
Oh, did 5.